Hi everyone, this is a reading for Aquarius. How you all going, Aquarius? I'm going to get straight into it. I hope you're all doing well. Your mind's running all over the show. You're having a lot of trouble figuring out what's your thoughts and what are thoughts of other people at the moment. A lot of projection coming at you. You know, do you really think that way? Do you really think it's a good way to think? You know, everybody else thinks this kind of way, that sort of thing. Well, you're Aquarius, you think out of the box. And that's what is needed right now. Really important. There's huge victory in it, but I tell you what, there's a lot of jealousy around you at the moment. People might be wondering why you're behaving differently. What's going on with Aquarius, they're saying? Well, Aquarius is just being Aquarius at the moment, hey? You don't need to give apologies. You could be pulling your energy back from a lot of things, which is really unusual. People are so used to you being the life of the party and out there and the one with the best jokes and the quick wit, and you're super quick and you come out with all these ideas that are out of the box. But at the moment, you're actually pulling all your energy back into you, because you're coming up with some really amazing ideas. And I think you might be a tiny bit scared that you might actually put everybody off around you, you know, because you're the inventor. Huge transformations happen. The way you used to live your life has changed. The way you want to earn your money is changing. You've heard the call to change up, and you know it's going to lead you into something completely amazingly different. And maybe the call now is to keep it under the radar, because you're raising your vibration at the moment. No longer putting up with base things, people that are working from the lower chakras. But you're also going to have to connect with the real world as well right now. Having to do what you need to do in the real world. It's really important to count your blessings, of course. But to also realize that whatever you're thinking, you're manifesting in this world. You might be a little scared to shine that light at the moment. And that's okay, because you are in the process of raising your vibration up to a different octave, you could say. And a lot of things might be leaving your world because of it. The person you used to be. It is time to grieve the losses, but also count your blessings. To lose a part of yourself that you've always had and always been is very difficult. But sometimes we need to end things to be able to shine your light more brightly in the world. It is time for you, Aquarius, to go for your dreams. Not the dreams of everybody around you. Not the dreams of what was instilled in you as a child. Your dreams, as outrageous as they are. Because most of the planets are moved into Aquarius now, 2025. You are the biggest manifester there is. So it's now time to pull back your energy, raise your vibration, count your blessings, shine your light, grieve your losses, and go for your dreams. Let's get into it. Aquarius, how exciting. All right. Advice for Aquarius. A lot to say, and it's flying everywhere. You're figuring out what your happy is. Deep down inside, that want, that need. You might have found that other people externally aren't being able to come up to meet you where you need them to meet you. And maybe you just wish that everybody around you was a lot more content, happy, settled, in their vibe like you're feeling. You've mastered the material world. You've mastered your quick wit. And I think you're sitting here wondering about, well, so I've mastered my mind, I've mastered my finances, I've mastered this 3D plane. That's all good. I've ticked all those boxes. When do I get to be the amazing freak that I am? When do I get to fly my freak flag? When do I get to dance until dawn in my tights? An Aquarius friend I know. Just love to do that. It's fabulous. No more thinking of the past, hey? Because I think the more you've been thinking about the past, the more it's kept you isolated, or the feeling of isolation. The energy of the past was to keep you very separate. And when your energy is back there, it's very hard to manifest here now. And you're realizing that very much. You're nursing the betrayal of false friends or friends that you used to know. And that song's been very much in my mind. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Maybe people could be saying the same thing to you. Advice. You've definitely been feeling off kilter, but that's changing now. Whereas in the past, you might have just gone out in the world and done what you needed to do and ticked all the boxes and done all that. I think you're now sitting more in silence and actually waiting for the good to come to you, the ideas to come to you, the inspiration. You're really in control at the moment. And you're not suffering fools, that's for sure. You're slow moving and really want to balance yourself out. There's someone in the environment here that really wants to offer you something, possibly a relationship. But I think from the past, you've been there and done that with relationships for a while. And I think the relationship you're trying to foster at the moment, it's really focused inward on you. There's been too much hurt. There's been too much excess. Excess in excess. Relationships could have been forged in moments of partying, but in the cold light of day, in the sobriety, you're realizing that you're not finding it external to yourself anymore, whatever you've been looking for in others. You're finding it internal. There's so much a part of you that just wants to go back to the naivety of what it used to be like to lay there in someone's arms. But you're realizing that to balance yourself out, to be receptive and also to go out in the world, it's really important to gather your energy within so you can show up the best you can for yourself. As I said at the beginning, whatever you're thinking, you're manifesting right now. You're also seeing that some of the things that you have manifested in your life haven't exactly turned out the way that you originally thought they might have, but you're also figuring out that there was some sort of blockage in your energy where you sort of expected a worst case scenario anyway. So whatever you're thinking, you're manifesting. Could be dealing with a fire sign, that's for sure. And you could definitely be having your eye on a fire sign. The way the fire sign sort of flits and has a spark to them. I think you really, in the past, might have just jumped after that little sparky thing. How exciting, I'll chase that. But I think you've been burnt in the flames too much. And you're realising very much at this time that the way to find true happiness right now is to find the true happiness with yourself. It's going to be end up spending a lot more time in nature. Because you're realising that no matter what the mind thinks, constantly thinks, the ruminations, you're not getting any closer to the solution of what you need to be doing right now. You're realising that you have an incredible intuition. You don't have to think your way out of this anymore. That if you sit down in a much more quieter, centered place, that the ideas and inspiration just flow to you. What a joy, what a pleasure. For the first time, you haven't had to mentally figure it out. I think it's bringing an ease to your nervous system. It's reducing the fight or flight. And I think that is also leaving your body in a state of feeling exhausted. Because you've been in, I think, fight or flight for such a long time now that your body just needs to rest without that constant need to act or run or freeze or the extremes. Because you want to connect back with your emotions. You might have shut them down a long time ago. Possibly over a relationship that ended, things not turning out as you expected them to. You worked so hard at trying to make this thing in the past work. You pulled on all your wisdom and strength. And hard work was not a problem back then. Not a problem. Maybe you were younger, stronger, full of a spark for life that at times now you feel could be dwindling, but it couldn't be further from the truth. You have the inspiration to find that happiness again. And what is happiness? I hear you ask. What is true happiness? What have I been told happiness is compared to what I believe my happiness is? Growing up in a culture, there's expectations. But I think you're figuring out that those expectations didn't quite meet up to the person that you are. And so you're changing the game by pulling your energy back from the things that you dedicated yourself to for years. Such hard work. And all I'm hearing is I work so darn hard and I'm so darn tired. I get it. We all get to that stage. But Aquarius, it's really important, and it's okay to have a rest now. God, Spirit, the universe is asking you to. You don't have to be everything to everyone right now. The person you need to be connected to the most right now is you. You're going to come up with a new idea on how to make money without having to break your back. Your body can't take hard work. Not anymore. And you're realizing that you can manifest the most amazing life by being in a lot more of a receptive mode than an active mode. By putting out into the ethers, into the universe, exactly what you do want from life. And sitting back and waiting for it to roll in. Yeah, you're learning patience. But you're so inventive in the meantime. You're going to come up with the most amazing ways of keeping yourself busy in this downtime. And it's only going to be a short downtime, that's for sure, because you guys don't muck around. Be careful in this time not to go back to vices of the past. Nor remember all the petty squabbles and the struggles. But also honour your body. Take very good care of it at the moment. Rest it, feed it well, drink lots of water. Sit in the shade of a beautiful tree, near a flowing creek if you can. Oh, the luxury of being able to do so, I hear. But your soul and spirit is calling for such luxury. You're realising you can't be out and being productive the whole of your life. It doesn't work like that. It's now time to sit back in your amazing bounty and beauty, your intellect and great skill. To put the energy into yourself, and first and foremost, do not beat yourself up for not being that one person that comes up with all the ideas and gets it done. Because I think the idea at the moment is to not be the one that comes up with those ideas and not the one that gets it done. You're going to see incredible riches flow towards you. And make sure you are very grateful for what you have right now. The sun on your skin, a roof over your head if you have, a comfortable bed, a place to rest your weary body, mind and spirit. Take solace in this time, Aquarius. You're in a very different energy than you normally are. You are not losing your mojo, sweet Aquarius. You're pulling back to get back out there and show the world the real you. And how glorious that will be. Because Aquarius, the real you is just absolutely amazing. So rest, dear one. And know that your time will shine again, and very shortly. I really hope that helped, Aquarius. If you'd like to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, do all the good things. And I'd just like to say thank you. I love you all. And bye for now.